My faction is going downhill fast. I was an advocate for this mode. You look at the market last week for the packs, we saw that the price increased, but it was a 20-pack box. This week, we saw that the price stayed the same and it was 10 less packs. That alone is a red flag. That is a problem in this game that needs to be looked at desperately. It should not be something that is happening at this point. Yes, we're getting a lot of content. Honestly, there was a lot of cards, free cards. If you are into live events and you've been completing them and you've been keeping up, you are going to get to eat this weekend. But you look at these packs and you look at Alexa Bliss. I spent 600,000 MyFaction points to get Alexa Bliss and pull every card. So let's say that I actually went in there and wanted to go on ahead and buy VC to get the same 2 boxes I got with my MyFaction points. That would have been at least over $130 easy, the price of the game for Alexa Bliss, which you could get lucky and pull everything in one box, but the odds of that super low. This alone is nuts. This should not be happening in this game, especially for one Persona card. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been a fan of Persona cards, but when they're affordable, not when you're putting them behind a paywall that you're asking for over $100. Over $100 to pull some packs is insane. When you're just getting one Persona card. Yes, you're getting these Amethyst cards and whatnot. That's cool. But let's be honest for a second. The reason why people would even pull these packs is to actually get Alexa Bliss. It ain't for nothing else. And it makes me so upset watching this because I've been an advocate for this mode all year long. And then I get to see that they are doing this and I feel like they've been messing with badges, grind methods, cooldowns, all year long. You are charging so much money for these cards. It's just insane. It should not be happening. I cannot emphasize it enough. Nothing I say is going to change whatever 2K got going on with their prices and whatnot. It just genuinely feels like TKO went in the office and said, hey bro, check this out. We gonna price all of this way. And yes, packs did go up last year, but not at this rate. You just went crazy. And yes, there was a glitch that a lot of people got to partake in, but not everybody got to partake in. Basically, if you were on Friday morning about 2 weeks ago, super packs dropped in WWE 2K25. You were allowed to just open one pack and get more value than what it actually cost. So if you just continue doing it over and over and over again, you were getting unlimited MyFaction points. And I feel that this right here changed the market on 2K forever because it obviously changed the life of the mode for a lot of people. But let's be honest, on a Friday morning, on a weekday, there's not that many people on, and this glitch really wasn't something that was promoted everywhere. The people that were doing it were just doing it and just letting it go. But again, it should not be impacting the people that didn't get to do this because again, Friday morning, not everybody has the time to get on here and start opening packs. Granted, these are not the packs that I'm showing right now. These are just some packs that I was opening. Again, this is something that needs to be looked at because those people that didn't get to participate in the glitch definitely shouldn't be getting affected with a bunch of price increases and things like that that have nothing to do with them. In my opinion, MyFaction just needs to take the L and just let it go and get packs to be the price that they were before. That way it doesn't seem unattainable or unaffordable for others that are playing this mode for fun and may not have the funds to get Persona cards such as Alexa Bliss. So if you were lucky and you got on the game that morning, you came up crazy. But aside from that, if you didn't get to partake in that, you are now again living through the consequences if you are a MyFaction player and you actively play this mode. You look at these pack prices and they're genuinely insane. 30,000 MyFaction points for one deluxe MyFaction pack, coming from the times where for one MyFaction deluxe pack it was about 12,000. When you look at my team, right, criticize them all you want over there, they do not do dynamic pricing on their packs based on the tiers that's on the packs. The packs stay the same. Yes, odds are a little bit higher over here, but I just have to go on ahead and compare it to that because when you look at MyFaction and you look at my team, it's almost like just even looking in the mirror with slight differences. So that's just what it comes with to that. And it is disappointing to see that this is the road that they're choosing to go once again. We've seen it with the Randy Orton live event. Now we're seeing it with Alexa Bliss and the price of these packs. And I hope that this is something that is improved, because this is a mode that people were willing to give a chance to simply because of World Tour and people were starting to get hooked. And now we're looking at this mode and people are scratching their heads and upset. And honestly, rightfully so, because that is a lot of money. And honestly, I wouldn't spend it. I'm gambling, just actively gambling when it comes down to this. And it's not for sure that I'm going to get Alexa Bliss. I haven't seen too much people, go out there and say, oh, I've spent this much money and I haven't gotten her. But I'm sure there are some people that went out there, didn't get all the cards that they needed, and now they're stuck without Alexa Bliss after spending their hard-earned money. So definitely not a fan of that. But with all of that being said, I had to get that out the way. There was some new live events I definitely want to go on ahead and talk about. Let's go on ahead and get into it. So you look at Asuka. She is now available if you have these 4 Emerald cards that you can actually go on ahead and buy, because Series 2 was released for more cards for those that are looking to get their collector's level up and all of that stuff. This is some good stuff. I recently myself just got Jey Uso, so I did think that it was a W. But you look at these cards, you're getting Natalya, Nia Jax, Naomi, and Asuka just off of that. But yes, you do have to go on ahead and play it about 4 times, which I do like. I like that they did that for this. Then you got Karrion Kross, Sami Zayn, The Miz, and Chad Gable that you can get by getting these 4 cards. So you're basically getting the Emerald version by buying it in the marketplace, which they are available. I'm glad that at least that's the case. And then you're getting the Ruby upgrade for basically free as long as you play this. Then Bronson Reed. Obafemi was a live event card that I had to get a while ago. But if you want Bronson Reed, if you do have Obafemi, you can go on ahead and get that. Undertaker. That is another card as well that is actually pretty nice. And it's his new attire that was one of the pre-order bonuses, I believe. And you can get Asuka and Natalya, but Roxanne Perez was somebody that I had prior as well. So just something to keep in mind with that. Sami Zayn, The Miz, Chad Gable. Those are actually 3 cards that you can get now for Amethyst Braun Strowman, but you do have to play 10 times as well, which I don't like. So when it comes down to the new Amethyst cards, you do have to play 10 times, for the exception of Jake the Snake Roberts. Elite Jimmy Uso Persona card. This is a card that you also got to play for 10 times. The plus is that you are getting 10 packs. So for those that haven't finished Demastered yet and you got these cards, you can go on ahead and get that, and you're going to get some Demastered cards, some Sinister cards. So it is all going to work itself out. Again, just not a fan of the approach that they took with the Alexa Bliss, but this will definitely allow you to, get some help in terms of finishing and completing that set. With all of that being said, lots of content added this weekend, but you can definitely see where 2K is sort of going with these funds and asking for that type of money. Just my 2 cents. Hopefully some things change, man, but that's really what it is when it comes down to that mode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you guys have been enjoying the content. And make sure to stay tuned. I got some more WWE stuff coming to you. And make sure to go on ahead and check out the last video. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.